Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the house, man. We finally made it happen. We're a little bit late, but that's okay. They had traffic problems, everything. You know what I'm saying? There was traffic out there.
It did.
And but they made it, man. They made it. So, first of all, I want to thank you guys for tapping in with AKTIV8 off the top. And let's just get right into it so we won't waste no time. I got my boy King, C2100 Getty. You know what I mean? And man, we're about to get it. Basically, man, like I said, I'm glad y'all in here, man. Let's talk. Let's just talk. We're going to talk it out.
Let's tap it up.
And I just want to hear about what everything's going on, what you're doing, and how you're going to do it. And then at the same time, we're going to send some drops out to some folks so that they can come on in. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's what it is. So let's just go ahead and start introducing ourselves to the left, man. Let's do it.
I'm your boy Young Getty. You know, for those that out there that know me, good looking for checking out everything I'm doing, man. I appreciate the love and everything. Those that don't know me, you will get to know me soon. You dig it? Once again, the name Young Getty, Oceanside, California. E-C-C-C.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. We got one in there. Good evening, good evening.
Oh, my dude.
So let's do it. Go ahead. Next person. Who we got over there?
You got your boy King, Gutter Mafia Family Records, couple other business Mafia models, etc. I'm in here to support my dude Getty with the hub, helping you build. He helping us build, so we doing what we got to do, man. Connections, you
For
know?
sure. That's what it is.
Shouts out to my dude Mark, C2, you know.
For sure.
Sure. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C2100, you know, CEO of Dynamic Music Group LLC. You know, I'm here to support, you know, the hub, help you build 760. You know, in the latest and greatest studio in Oceanside, California. So if you need mentoring, if you need classes, if you just need resources, Getty's the man.
Yep.
Anybody wants any questions to be answered? Go to Get.
Nice. That's what it is. And I tell you that I be one to admit that. Getty's the man. You know what I'm talking about?
I admit it.
I've been on that for a minute, man. I said, man, that wow. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
But listen, I heard a little bit, man. Let me back up a little bit. I heard C21 say, you know, the hub. You know what I mean? I want to let everybody know, like, what you mean by the hub, man, and how'd you come up with the hub? Because folks, you know, need to know grassroots and what it is. So what's the hub all about?
All right, yeah, pretty much I got the name the hub. I was trying to think of a way that I could get everybody out here in Oceanside to come together and do something, but the way we've been trying to do it for so many years, it just don't seem to be the right way. So I figure I'm gonna make a hub. I'm gonna make a hub where whatever you doing, you know, I'm not interrupting your own process of your business or what you're doing. You just come down to the hub and let me help you expand it. That's all I'm doing. So the hub, the H-U and the B inside the hub stands for helping you build.
Oh.
And then, yes. Oh. And then the rest of it is 760. The reason behind it is because we have it in Oceanside. So I'm trying to take this to city, and I'm going to put your zip, your area code at the end. So it'll be the hub helping your city grow, and I'm going to grab the best in that town, and I'm going to put them in there, and y'all do what y'all do and build your city. And I'm going to try to make a hub everywhere. That's the mind frame.
For sure.
Right now I'm starting with the hub 760 because that's where I live. I'm trying to build my town, make an example, and then those that reach out, holla, I'm on my way.
There it is. And I said, for sure, I already got it. I got to plug in with Lil Steph. I know you might be looking Lil Steph, and when you do get on, you got to hit me up.
Steph.
He the one.
I heard a little bit about you. Yes, I heard you, little mama. You definitely got to do a joint with your boy Getty. We gonna link. We gonna link.
That's all, man. I'm telling you, that little girl's awesome, man.
Yeah, dig it. Beautiful voice.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. One of the main reasons that I reached out to you, I'm gonna be honest with you, is because, like I had already said before, right? I don't really do music on this platform because I did music in Hollywood with Assassin, Cocaine, all them other dudes, right? Bone Thug, all of them dudes was there, right? T-Radio V. But I saw the moves you was making, right? And it fits right in. You know what I mean? It fits right in. I remember I went to your pad about a year or so ago, maybe a little over that, and we was having a nice conversation, man, about, you know, how I be moving, what I do, right? And the main thing was, like I said, right, AKTIV8. He was like, man, I'm gonna do a song about that.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Because activation, we come here with everything we got in us already. God sent us here to this earth with what we got.
Right.
Correct.
but we just have to activate it.
That's it.
We have to activate, and I seen it. Don't think I have been sitting there. I seen it, like on the book, like, he going, he finna go, he finna go. I see it, and you can tell when people activate and when they ain't really ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I seen it. Why? And when you activate, your dream comes to fruition. It just pops up. Boom.
Right.
You put in the effort to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I see you put in the effort to do it. Like I wish the missus was here too, because I seen her when she first started. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Definitely.
on a little thing me jiggers.
Definitely.
You know, like this was cool. This is cool. And then next thing you know, I flipped it again. I was like, what the? Did she go to school? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my baby girl Turtle. On the Digger Turtles Creations coming soon to all of y'all. On the Digger. Yes, sir.
And what is her thing? What is it called?
It's called Turtles Creations.
I heard that.
Definitely. It's gonna be a part of the hub too. It'll be down there.
And what is she doing with that? Let's just give him a little bit of jewel on what she making.
She making tumbler cups. She making trays like rolling trays, ash trays. She make earrings. She make I mean, these is custom made things, man. It's not just what y'all might think. She got a page. It's what's her? She ain't a social media dude. She gonna hate me for
probably
this.
Turtles Creations.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah,
You understand? But definitely, she do t-shirts, man. She do. It's a lot going on. We got.
And she do good work too.
Man, she's
I seen the work.
She
The
definitely
tumblers is
does.
popping.
Definitely, man. She going crazy right now, man.
I believe her tumblers are supposed to be really like in Walmart already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They look that good. I was like, what the?
Man.
Them is popping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's a beautiful thing, man.
Turtles
So
Creations, 2 S's.
There you go.
I figured it was gonna be Turtles Creation. I mean that's what she do. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yes.
So let's just jump back into it real quick, man. Okay, so at the hub, what do you do?
At the hub, I'm pretty much the CEO there. I'm kind of overviewing everything.
Nice.
So
And what about did the homies come through too? Like what you doing at the hub?
Yeah, so the hub is, help you build, I
Yeah.
also do like real estate myself, so like
Nice.
building the Kingdom Realty Group.
Nice.
So like all the ideas, like even me and Getty, we know each other for years. We got some songs together when like he was talking about activating and
Nice.
open up his mind. Getty's always been like that. You know what I
know
mean?
it.
And like he probably the only person that really backed me up owning like 7 businesses. He come check on me. The same way I feel that I usually have to help somebody out, he does the same way.
Man.
And it's like, we were talking about that, like what you said, activate. I was like, yo, Getty, man, I don't know, your third eye open, or he just had this, everything right now for him, he just grabbing it and getting it.
Man.
That Young Getty, so he just getting it.
Man.
And a lot of people can't grasp that concept, but that was me. Even first time I walked into the hub, he showed me a picture of it. It was empty. I walk in there, I see tripods I let him borrow or have pretty much.
Right.
Like hold down, but you could just have them.
Yeah.
Because I believe, once he said, oh, my daughter didn't want to get into photography, hold that.
Boom.
But then when I see him in the hub, it's like, okay, I got to stop. I do web design and King's Designs, you know what I mean? We do the art, so I've been helping him with the hub, 760.com. You already know. Right now,
760.com.
Yeah, you already know.
Dropping plug.
Got little logos on deck. Let me just move the camera.
I know you might not be able to see,
working.
but y'all did it.
Right.
They got it popping.
Right.
The logo look popping. The palm tree in there.
Come
You
on,
know what
man.
I mean?
Work in progress.
Quit playing.
We're going to reveal it soon enough,
Quit
you know
playing.
what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my dude, man.
And then I heard you got some, you do something special over there. What
Yeah,
talk
man.
to me, man. Talk to me.
So like the primary role that I have at the hub is I'm the mastering engineer for a lot of the projects that are going to be coming out over these next, few years. So
Nice.
I'm really excited with a lot of the work that, Young Getty's been putting together, the artists, the talent, and just really the insight that comes into mentoring in the industry. And I don't know, a lot of people are very well aware, but Getty has a lot of industry experience, in the past
Right.
years. And not just the connection part, but just really understanding what it's like to be an artist and the pressure that comes with being an artist, and assuming that role and understanding you're a public figure and you represent not only yourself but the people who support you. So I feel like a lot of people fail to realize when you become an artist is that a lot of people look up to you. You're your representation of all the people that believed in you, you know what I'm saying? So you reflect that, what you learn and what you came from. So I feel like Getty's doing an amazing job in helping out the community all throughout Oceanside, and I feel like it's going to be a safe place for people to come from all regions of Oceanside, because not all regions of Oceanside like each other.
For sure.
But this is going to be a safe place in order for people to facilitate the arts and talent in the community.
And it's a good spot to see, because here's the thing. I hear you say Oceanside, which is awesome, don't like each other, some of the people, but this will be a great spot because a lot of folks like each other over music.
Oh,
Exactly.
You feel me?
Where words fail, music speaks, man.
Right. So this would be a great spot to bring people together. Like I could say Big Risky, he on the other side with the Bloods and he got the Crips, but he loved to bring stuff together. You know, people like that behind music, you know, things like that. You know, we got so many different people in the Oceanside. We got Mexicans, they down there like my boy Jimmy Figueroa, he killing it over there with the Oceanside, the dudes over there with I should know the name. I always do. With the shirt shop over there by the 99 cents. Oh, not Tage.
99 cents store.
Yeah, over there. You know, man.
Oh, Mad Strange.
Mad Strange. Yeah.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. They put everything together, man. Who cares about the old stuff? About who didn't like each other? Man, music speaks for itself.
Exactly.
And
You know?
and like what you was touching on, like I'm from Brooklyn, but like it's a big melting pot. But I've been in Oceanside for like 11 years,
For sure.
right? And I'm also native, but like into the standards of California, it's like we get a lot of blending in my businesses. So that's why I feel like Getty, he's seen a lot of stuff that I was doing, and then just went boom and just.
I kind of see
did,
everybody.
dude.
When that's what I was doing. I was focused on being an artist.
Yeah.
And when I was focused on being an artist, I was watching what everybody else was doing. And you know, because I got a family, so I wasn't able to pursue my career the way I thought I wanted to.
Right.
But I was doing what I felt was right.
Right.
I was taking care of my fam. So now that I seen what everybody else was doing, and to me, not to be cocky or anything, every time, because I love my friends and I love my homies and I love my town.
For
So
sure.
every time I see somebody do something, for some odd reason in my brain, I always feel like he should have did it like this. He should have did it like this. And it's just my own opinion.
Right,
And then, you know, I watch everybody grow and do what they do. I love you all. I want nothing but success for everybody.
Amen.
But by me having those thoughts, once I got in the comfortability state where I'm like, all right, Rich, you know, go ahead and try what you think. You know what I mean? So I'm
Your
not
time.
knocking nobody.
Shoot
It's
your
just-
shot.
Exactly. And I didn't want to do it I didn't want to put all my marbles in one basket. I didn't want to say, okay, I'm an artist. Let me go ahead and invest just being an artist.
Right.
And this shit don't work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
not being cocky saying I'm the best rapper, but I feel like I'm the best.
I
But
can dig
you know,
it.
I
I
feel
can
like
dig
I'm the.
it.
But if it don't work though, and
Right.
you put all your marbles in there, what else are you what's left? So I figure that's why I did the hub. It's a
Right.
little bit of everything down there. It's more of a partnership with everybody.
Right.
Like the music, I'm working with somebody called Wes Haven. He used
Okay.
to work with Karma back in the
I
days.
know Wes. I know Wes Haven.
Wes is my engineer.
Yeah.
He gonna be down there doing the music, taking care of the music part. The clothes, I got clothes down there. It's called Only the
Amen.
Gang with my homie Lil Demo.
Yeah,
We went
for sure.
partnerships up in that. So like everything, even the photos down there, that's my daughter. She gonna do the photos. It's called Anaya's Photos.
Amen.
And then my girl, she doing the Turtle Creations. If I'm kind of partners with everybody down there. The hub is gonna be called Hub Talk. I'm renting the space out for anybody to come down, and I got my own that I'm gonna do my podcast.
sure.
But if you need a spot to do you come down there, I'm helping everybody.
For sure.
So that's how I took my marbles and I spreaded them out. Instead of me putting them all in one basket. If one don't work, it's cool. Whichever one do work, I'm gonna influence more to get it. So that way I like dealing with a lot of things at one time because I got a family and kids, and I've seen how I manage that. Yeah, so I manage that pretty cool. Let me see how I manage the business with a bunch of them. Let me get a bunch of businesses, and I know some gonna work, some ain't gonna work, but the goal is to find that one that super work.
Well, it's all about MSI, man. Multiple streams of income.
That's it. That's
You
it.
know what I mean?
That's it.
So, and if you can have multiple streams of income at the same time having fun, at the same time doing what you love,
Yes.
win, win, win.
All the way around.
Right.
You know,
All the
but
way
what,
around.
what we need to do though is, and that's why I'm glad that that's going to be radiating from out of there, because you know Oceanside, how people are in Oceanside. One person see one person do it and they gonna want to do it, which is great.
Yeah.
But we're trying to change the game on how we doing stuff. We adding integrity.
That's it.
You mean, you know what I'm saying? We're adding, you know, like everybody needs that integrity. We're gonna add stuff like loyalty.
Of
Character.
course.
Character is the
Character,
biggest thing.
big.
A lot of people these days just lack. If they don't have their character correct, the integrity and the honesty and the respect and all
Never
that
happens.
fall apart. And I believe that the hub is going to be a center of change for that in the community. I believe that the hub is designed initially from the way that it was conceived and the way that Getty built those partnerships and he built those relationships and those friendships with those people and the support that comes from them
Amen.
and the people that support them. I feel like it's going to be, you know, the pinnacle of change in Oceanside, and that's my honest belief.
Definitely.
That's where I put my heart into it, and that's why I believe that whether it's through this music, whether it's somebody comes in and likes to take photos and learns how to shoot a photo for the first time because of Anaya, or they want to learn how to, make, cups and custom cups, and then they eventually start their own merchandising business when they're older, or some people might be inspired by the fact that there are people in the community that are hosting, teaching, and mentoring services to where they become teachers and mentors, and I think that is the most important thing, is that there's a systemic change in the community in which now we have a positive atmosphere that's safe for everybody to learn and to grow and to create those relationships.
I gotta say what's up to Leo. What's up, Leo Torres? I know you always, he a faithful. Leo. He in here every time. That's my dude, man. I love it, man. I love it, man. And you know what? I know you was about to say something. Go ahead, man.
I want to also mention that with the hub, even though we got all these partnerships going on, we actually doing classes down there too. We're gonna help out the youth. We linking up with Oceanside High School. We trying to get security down there to make sure we're gonna do games. My main goal is to get people kind of living in the situation where I'm at, where we don't understand. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit. Anyways, I'm just trying to get people down there that's trying to learn how to build their situation.
For sure.
I kind of learned some things, and the things that I learned, it put me in a good position.
Well, put me down for a motivational speaker. Put me down,
Definitely.
You know what I mean, for mentorship. I mean, that's what I do right now. I know. Now you saying, you need the school. I mean, I'm the hub off the route.
But no, but the goal is to get them up in there, though, Mark, to say if somebody come with an idea, they say, hey, Getty, man, I want to start a cleaning service. Man. What I'm willing to do with my business, as long as I believe in you and I see this is what you're really into, I'm willing to use my business to go ahead and start your whole business.
Right.
I just need 50% while you're down there.
For sure.
I'm gonna push your whole joint because I'm part of it. Right. And once you leave the hub, then no, not yet, because I want you to be able to keep it going. So as long as when you leave and you still need help with the hub is always open for that business.
You're not leaving them stranded.
Not at all.
Anytime you need, so I can see what you're saying is then. I know how it is. A lot of times it's not where you at right now. It's just a distorted view of where you at right now. So when you move past that distorted view and you get sidetracked, you still there for them.
That's it.
Amen.
That's it. You come in with an idea, you leave with your business, and you got help in the back end from the hub. It always got your back.
Man, that's it right there,
and
man.
I think that's gonna start something new for the city.
And it will, because it's all consulting, right?
Definitely.
But consulting, like we just said, though, with character.
Yeah, integrity, character, all of that.
There's a lot of people who once they start consulting with you, then you get your business, and then you get going, they get a little upset. You know what I mean? So then they try not to give you no more pointers, no more kudos. You know what I mean? Then you become an op.
Yes, of course, and that's not all the way. I fully understand. I'm one of those who don't believe that way.
Amen.
I already do it for my homies now. I look out for as much as I can. As any one of my homies, when it come to Getty, I help with rent. I help with the kids. I help. Anything I could do, I'm already. You seen how I did at the garage?
I'm already.
You know what I mean? I let anybody come and record and all of this. So all I'm trying to do now is just I want the city to grow, man. I see what they doing down there at the beach and how they turning our whole city. They about to make a lot of money out there, man.
Speaking of that. Speaking of that, I don't know if you see in my show, I had the mayor here already.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. I just got off the phone with the mayor like 3-4 days ago. They're trying to do some stuff. We've got to get together. And if you watching Miss Sanchez, you already know. I told you I was going to be on it. I got everybody in Oceanside. We on it.
How you doing, Miss Sanchez? We're going to meet real soon. I would love to meet you one day and talk.
They're already trying. We only got 2 basketball courts, right?
Yes.
Indoor. The beach and Melba.
That's it.
Well, they're already trying to throw this narrative out that the beach one is falling apart. The beach one doesn't have a lot of parking. We need to redo this and that. And it's like a lot of people said, especially the mayor, like we know. The beach ain't never had no parking.
Yeah, ever.
It's always been like it's been. Why, if we change that now, we take that away, we have one. It's already hard to go in Melba Bishop. I bet you $100. A crip from Eastside can't go to Melba Bishop. Bet you that.
Yes.
And here's the thing. And
you
what
said
if he's
this to her?
What if he's
you said
oh yeah,
this
we
to
talk.
her? Okay.
She knows this.
Yes,
we know.
yes.
She's on board. She's for this. She's not for tearing it down. No.
Okay.
No, she's on board with pushing.
Good shit.
She knows what's happening. Like, it's the truth. Now, what if you're a retired gang member?
Definitely.
You feel me? You've been a gang member 20 years ago, but everybody know you. You still can't go there and play hoop, and you a good hooper. Now, what if you taking your kid?
Yeah, that part.
You feel me? Now, I did one before, too, about basketball. I don't know if you know, right, about the basketball court. You know what they say, right? City officials. Well, there's a basketball courts bring violence. But how many people do you see at the basketball court that's not brown or black?
Yeah.
So what you're really saying is that the basketball courts bring black and brown people.
Yeah.
Right.
Is what you're really saying.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed? And I'm gonna give you a pointer. You're gonna say, "What?
Sad.
Damn."
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed now? Every basketball court around here started at John Landis, Melba Bishop, Balderrama, got pickleball now.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Who
even
play
know.
pickleball?
Not none of them. Nobody I
Only
know.
older white
Yeah.
Caucasian people.
Throwback.
Yeah.
I used to
I don't even know what that
Santa
is.
Maria,
You
yeah.
feel
They
me?
go back to
You know, people like
805.
pickleball.
Santa
What is
Maria.
that? It's like a
I don't
big
even
old. It looked like ping
Shouts
pong, but
out.
you playing ping pong, big ass ping pong
Yeah.
thing.
But
At
you
a-
on like
at
a little
tennis court,
right?
at
A mini tennis court.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know,
Shouts out to Santa Maria for that one.
So,
Yeah.
so it's real life stuff like what we need to do. Like we really like when you're doing these things,
That's
we really
crazy.
have to activate and let people activate in Oceanside. Let them know. That's why, like I said, like this podcast, everybody be saying, "Man, I want to come to. I want to come to." I'm gonna open it up to people because at the end of the day, we're all Oceansiders and we're trying to push for the good of Oceanside. And if I have information like I have, like, because here's the deal. If you have a builder or a construction or should we say one of those home people, building people come down and they pass their own narrative.
Yeah.
You feel me? If they start telling other people what they believe before everybody else, the real narrative gets out there,
Definitely.
people can only grab on the bull crap. Then you have these fake news once again.
Yeah.
Then you have people saying, "Well, isn't it the building falling apart? Isn't the roof leaking?" No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what these other people would say, and then we can only feel it. So that's why things
Definitely.
like you're doing the hub, you know, is so important to that one word community.
Yeah.
That's it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then we have everybody, because I'm going to tell you, we're models, man.
Yes.
And we can model the business. We can model the citizenship. We can model the friendship.
See.
We model everything when people come and doing business with you. You feel me? So that's why I think like one of the things is we got to definitely keep tapping in and making sure that everybody knows about this community and how to get involved, because it's going to be over in a minute. COVID,
Yeah.
see, they got away with that downtown by having everything on Zoom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then they get to tell you when you want to speak. At the Zoom meeting, you got to send another Zoom link,
Yeah, so
right?
like,
Why I got to send you another Zoom link? Because you might not get back to speak.
Yeah,
You
pretty
feel me?
much.
What do you want to talk about? Oh, well, we'll get back to you.
Right.
You know,
That's game they play.
now we gonna be back out in public.
Yeah.
So when it's time to rock, like me and B Palmer, shout outs to B. She probably watching. Oh, there she go right there.
Okay.
Right on
What's up
time.
with you, B?
Right on time.
Bro, we had a show over here about, I don't know if y'all heard about Brook Street Pool. They tried to shut that down.
Nah, I ain't
Wow.
even-
Yeah,
heard
man.
about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was
Competition
us.
for that
That
also.
was B right there, bro.
Wow.
I'm
Thank you,
telling
B.
we
I
was-
appreciate you.
Man, we was
Facts.
in here like,
Hey,
no, it's not
I
going
supported
down.
that petition. So
That's right, and then we started that petition. B, Jimmy Figueroa, I'm telling you, that's why we have people
what's
like
up.
them, man.
I supported that.
that make it happen, man.
See,
'Cause
proof in the pudding. It
I'm
works,
telling you,
man.
bro, that's what goes down around here, and we have to be here for each other, man. Whether it's music,
Yeah.
jobs, family, like you said, man.
Yeah.
You know, paying rent,
Yeah.
and it's not. I'm not stupid. I'm not soft.
Nah.
I'm not gonna just pay
Nah.
everybody rent. But when I look at you, and if I know you don't need it, me, I'll call you back in 2 days.
Yeah.
For
No,
real.
I feel you.
If you
For
still need it
real.
in 2 days, we can talk.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
right.
Because I know one thing. Mostly every time there's a need, I am how you want to say it? I am
Asset.
a choice. No, you're just a
Oh,
choice, an
oh,
option.
okay.
I got the
Yeah.
first option. If
Okay.
that don't work, then I got my second option. That's what
Exactly.
people do.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
do.
call my mama first.
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Then that ain't gonna. I'm gonna call. You know, and
Yeah.
you're just an option, man.
That's
And a lot
all.
of times, you have to look at it like this: activate.
That's it.
Do something.
Yes.
Don't just ask. Do something.
That's it.
You know, because we should all be working for ourselves, man.
Right. I
Dig
wanted
it.
to touch
Go
on
for it.
something.
Love that, man. I
On
love
two
that.
two things you said. Like you was like people started hating and stuff, right? So like haters is like having anger towards everyone reaching success.
napkin
I usually
real
say.
quick.
So like you see, Getty's successful. You know, we successful right here. And then you was talking about modeling. Like you know, I own a modeling agency called Mafia Models. But see, the
Nice.
Mafia in Mafia Models stands for Masters at Finding Intelligent Attitudes.
Ugh, man.
So you could do something crazy, but is that the intelligent attitude? Is that the smart thing to do? You could do something whack, whatever you doing. We trying to figure out what's the smart, intelligent thing to do to create. And like you said, we modeling things. See, you don't like. I've been a male model since I was like 5 for Rascals. So it's not just because you got a model you want to see all these. No, I know both sides. You know, we do the music. Same thing, but I just, like I said before, this is big for the community of Oceanside too. You know, you're talking about the mayor, the people. I do real estate too, so the city, the people are always involved with me, trying to figure out how I'm changing these hood-known spots and facilities and things like that to greatness, to music, art, fashion, you know what I'm saying? Cooking, dancing. And they looking at us like, what happened? Where's the guns, the drugs, and all? I said, you told me to put that stuff down. Now all those real people are doing the things that you guys really want, you know? And who you looking to? People like me and Getty, who they didn't expect. Yeah. C2, they didn't expect. That's why I mess with you. That's why I mess with you. Mark, they didn't expect. They didn't expect it. If we walked up right now and we didn't have on our nice little cashmere sweaters and our business suits and stuff, people probably be like, hey, what's up, how you doing?
Right.
It's not the COVID. They doing that on the regular, man. The mask don't mean nothing. Those people are really like, hey, man. But then you start saying something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Look at B. She be on point.
That's crazy.
She said, we gotta link arms. We gotta link arms. They fear our unity, period. And that's true, bro.
Yeah,
They do. And listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'll be the first one to say right now, like the new Oceanside police chief, he reached out.
Yeah.
He good. He grew up in Oceanside. Yeah. That's some of the things that I admire about this whole situation. Yeah. Now they're really trying to pay attention. You don't want let's say, for instance, a Poway police chief that live in Poway. That police here. You have no idea. Right. Yeah. And that's what's usually going on.
That's how the Panthers started. They wanted to police their own community.
No, but what he's trying to say is you don't want no Poway, no Carlsbad, no those police chiefs to come police Oceanside.
That's what I'm saying, though.
They're going to treat it the way they treat it out there, and it's two different.
Right.
And they don't even
that's
know
what I mean. Like,
here.
you don't want nobody from I know what you're saying.
For sure.
Exactly.
But I know exactly what you're saying, too.
Because
I know the whole story.
I
had Yusef on here. B know Yusef. She turned me on Yusef Miller. He said the whole story about how that really happened, and then they infiltrated the Panthers. They told him, another group that was the same with them, hey, they're trying to come against you. And the same old crab in the barrel.
You talking about like the spook by the door?
They do it to this day.
That's what you're talking about? Okay, I know what you're talking about. Infiltrate. I know exactly.
And that's exactly what they do, man. Right. And anything we do, we have to be aware of that. You know, now I got the Lolos, all of them. You know what I mean? All my stuff, and I roll, and I feel great. I used to get pulled over. You couldn't even have a good car, and I ain't even had nothing. You know what I mean? But yet I understood this because I had the uniform on.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
You feel me? I had the uniform on, man.
And then you still have the confidence with the uniform, but the confidence is gonna bring you attract the wrong attention.
Well, I mean, if you got the uniform on, then the referee must be in the game.
Yeah, and the dig.
And the referee whether you make a foul or not. Sometimes the referee
play the call.
Bogus calls. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
5 minutes out. You know, so you have the uniform on, and they, you know, they can do what they can do. But now, don't get it twisted. You can still have the uniform on once you changed it in here.
Of course.
Yeah. Once you change it in there and walk that walk and talk the talk at the same time, who cares? Because you can pull me over 19 times.
Yeah.
You're not going to find anything in my vehicle.
The confidence.
Weed is legal nowadays.
Yeah.
So that was main thing that everybody was getting popped for back in the day. Oh, they go, weed, whatever now. You know, so we're gonna be all right. We just have to keep on going fair. True. Yeah. I know, Miss Harris, you know what I'm saying? It's true, Mom. That's my mama. She always
how you doing, Mom?
She stay on point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just gotta keep working at it, man. We gotta keep working at it, keep grinding at it, man, and make sure we stay consistent. You know, we can't talk about it 1 year and let months pass, and then next year we talking about the same thing. It's, like you said, it's activation, and when you activate, you gotta keep moving. Don't activate and fall off. I see a lot of dudes, your baby mamas, or things going in your life where it slow you down. Don't slow down for nobody. I got this thing I'm telling my kids right now. I'm 40 years old, man. I told my kids, they say, Daddy, why you move the way you move and how you act the way you act? I say I live my life now with walls and speed bumps.
Amen.
So now I don't have no more walls in my life. Right. If you become meaning like I'm on my way to somewhere, and usually I'm the guy who get distracted real fast because I like helping people. So I never make it to where I'm trying to get to because I always get a wall in front of me and it'll make me go this way.
That's so true.
So now I'm turning on my walls into speed bumps. I got to get over it real quick and I'm not looking back. I got to get there first. So when I get there, I'm bringing everybody, but ain't no more walls. And to me, that's what life is. All of us got a goal that we trying to do, and your wall could be your dog. It could be your mom. It could be your job, your girlfriend, your. But we all got walls that stop us. You wake up in the morning saying, "I'm gonna get this done," and then a wall happened in your life. You got your job fired you, or your car broke down, and you let that be a wall, and it stopped you what you could have got done that day.
And people just gotta understand. You know what that wall is? It's called life.
It is called life. But you gotta conduct your life in a way where you don't make it a wall.
Well, you gotta know. One other analogy is in the car you're driving. You gotta know the windshield, right, and the rearview mirror, right. Why is the windshield bigger than the rearview mirror? Because what you're looking at forward is more important than what you're looking at behind you. You feel me? So you have to keep those analogies like that, man, because a lot of people get it twisted. Like you said, they activate today on Monday and Tuesday, and then life sucker, Mike Tyson, right? Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face. And that's what happened, man. You get punched in the face, and ain't nobody worried. You know what I'm saying?
And that whole plan go out the window. That whole plan. That whole plan.
Man, we do
Red
need
Hook.
more
Shouts out to
like
Red Hook.
You feel me? You know, and so I mean that's just how it is, man. And I'm just happy and blessed to see other brothers, man, and people who I grew up with, and we know that we came from that side of the struggle, right, to come to this side, and now we're grown men, man. We've come into our stage in life of right now, and like you said, right now it's like this. I'm speed bump. I'm going over them. I'm going over them.
Super focused,
you know? And I don't know about you, but I could give a damn if you don't like me.
That's it.
I could give a damn if you don't want to deal with me.
So focused right now.
A lot of times I'm happy when you don't want to deal with me because I ain't got to deal with your bullshit.
I try to. I tell my homies, Mark, I try to get 10 haters a day.
Man,
they promote you better.
I'm telling you,
they promote you better than me.
It's like old baby Loki. Old baby Loki used to say when we was up in LA. Baby used to always say, "If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing."
You ain't doing nothing.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, that's that LA shit. I remember when I was young, they used to say that.
They do. You ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing.
Ain't talking about you.
You know me. I mean, I'm Oceanside lover, local too. But I've been all over the world. LA niggas, I got a bunch of them too. I just got through hitting cocaine right now. Yeah, you see, you know, I just told you need to get in on the podcast.
That's right.
Because my dude, man, like, but he coming back right now. He just got through doing stuff with I think it's Cool Rock, one of the Fat Boys, the last one that's alive.
Okay.
He just got through doing that right now over there. He got a lot of stuff coming out right now.
First vinyls, man.
Him and Sugar Free finna get the Sugar Cane popping.
Okay.
They're already working on that album. So, I mean, there's a lot, and we need that, man, because I love that funk. My favorite one, I'm telling you, man, was that No Pain, No Gain that he had, man. Man, that shit, boy. But anyway, you know what I mean? We need that shit, bro.
We do, man.
And it's
keep
like,
the city going.
Exactly, man. You know, and I'm thinking, like, right now, well, if you want to get in on, like, let's put our heads together and get somewhere real quick where we can do a showcase, man. I want to do a showcase, so I get a little Stephanie on there too. But I want to do a showcase where we can toss like $500 for the winner.
Definitely,
of the whole showcase. You know,
I'm with it.
Maybe you know, or we can do in stages, and the final one is $1,000.
Yeah,
you know
or
what I mean?
The final one could be that we can get another artist, man. We can get one of these popping artists and get them on the track with them.
That's true. That would be all even better.
The reach out ain't nothing but a phone. They gonna want some money for it, but it's we can work this out.
Of course, that's what we do. You know,
and that's
love. If we charge a little bit entry fee to get in, I'm not gonna spend the cash. I'm not that type of dude. My goal is my goal, and we charge one, charge. Do we have enough to pay them?
There you go.
You know what I mean? And we don't have to come out of our own pocket, because that's how it is with when I'm doing things that I do in Oceanside. I learned from like Les Brown, reading Les Brown, listening to Les Brown, Miles Monroe, you know, things like that. That your dream, bro, gets bigger than you, and you don't worry about the money. You do not worry about how the dream is going to happen. What you worry about is not sleeping on the dream. That's none of your business how it happened. Once you put it together, like Les Brown always say, right, you don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So those are some of the things that I'm looking at, you know, in life, and how we have to do this thing. But I definitely want to do something like that, man. Yeah. So when we get done, whatever, you know, let's just stay in touch. And that way, and then like the kids, that's not a problem, man. To get the kid. I had a lady ask me today at school, Mark, do you go out and you help with mentoring? Of course. Of course. And that's how much the need is. I met with a couple other people today, real quick, brief passing in school. They're already doing ATS, which is alternative to suspension at school. They already go deal with the kids, right? But but here's the thing that we're talking about, which is a beautiful thing, man. They deal with kids that are that are severely at risk, right?
Okay.
But here's the problem with that. What about the kid who's on his way?
Yes. Yes.
You feel me? What about the person that's on their way? Not just a kid, but what about the person that's on their way to being at risk, right? Somebody need to stop in an intervention right then and there.
Right.
Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, but that's somebody's job, and it should be ours. You know
I want it
what
to be mine.
There it is.
Yeah,
I'll take that job.
Yes, I'm putting that. I'll put that on my shoulders.
You know,
Yeah, especially for the kids.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. So yeah, we on the air. Man, it's good up in here.
Yeah.
Man, we still got about 20 minutes,
Oh,
but we can keep pushing.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
so man, what else is on the radar, man? Like what else you guys got going on? I know you say you got businesses going. I know you do real estate.
Yeah.
All that stuff is beautiful to have with these kids, man.
Definitely with the kids. Fit for King Queen stores. So like F4, the number 4, AKTIV8 You know, when on the top of the page, I wanted to put like the Step Into the King video, one of my music videos, because it had my children literally with the clothes on.
Man.
And like I'm going through things right now in my life where they're like, we know you got these other business, but we want to see something great. So I'm looking at it like that, clothing, see that stuff he's incorporating and stuff, the music, you know, we got Mafia models, right? The models, they always think of the women. But I got models with bottles.
For sure.
We got child models. My daughter Kimani is 11. She's doing something with it. That's So Raven girl, Annalise. And
nice.
Come on, man. Wizard of Waverly Place. And I'm
Nice.
looking at this like, what? TikTok star. I didn't know nothing about TikTok to my daughter, right?
Right, for
but
sure.
This girl, like, it's just to see them, and that's just one out of the 4 that I have. You know what I mean? Top one in nursing. My son just graduated. My other son just graduated 8th grade.
Man.
And this one's about to do
Awesome.
5th grade. It's like success with the children. See, that's the thing, too. I'm not saying to be a father is a plus, but sometimes you see things. Being a father doing the 4th thing I like is called providing. Like he's saying, you want to help people, you want to provide for your friends, your family, but I don't want the headache.
Right.
You know, they say
Right.
active income, if you don't work, you don't get paid.
For sure.
But passive income, if you do something right the first time, you'll get paid in your sleep.
Yeah.
So we all want passive income, right?
That's it.
Right? I want to go
That's what you do.
100,000.
Man.
Ooh.
That's what you do. You
Million.
gotta learn how to turn these liabilities into assets, man.
on, man.
And once you understand, that's a whole
And it's
other.
what you just said too.
Yeah.
Like I had just left my grandbabies. They just called right now, right? That's what called earlier, right? I just left her. She just graduated from preschool to kindergarten, but she's very smart. And me and my daughters, her aunties, we were just talking about doing a podcast with the kids, and you had just said something like you said, like success with kids. And I'm telling you, and I'm thinking my daughter and them come in. You can bring them in too, and we're talking about how they do because they're a reflection of us.
Yes,
right?
they are. I mean, like people see Kima and they like my youngest daughter, and they oh my gosh, because they see more art. She's drawing. I'm looking at like she'll draw this right now for you.
They just talented.
His
You know,
daughter
they're real
taking
talented.
pictures, the photography. Like you think like okay, a girl take a picture. No, we're talking about a young lady taking pictures and doing like all the effects and the nice stuff that she likes to do. Sometimes you know your talents, are your careers. You know, you go to college and you don't have no idea what you're doing, liberal arts, right?
Yeah.
But if you know what you're doing, fine arts. I still took criminal law, psychology, all other political science. I wanted to be something else, but
on the dig.
you got to know what you want to do. You know,
Figured it out.
do.
That's
you
all.
do.
And if you don't know what you want to do, guess what? It's like our job to put things in front
in front
of
of
them.
you.
You gotta activate, man.
Pretty much.
That's what it comes down to
That's what I
because
kept telling them.
you know, like when it comes to like stars, you know, when you look at the story of a star, it's just a ball of gas, but with all the pressure and all the gravitational pull that comes into effect, that star blossoms into that gas blossoms into a star. But then it can also turn into a black hole.
Right.
As it eats in on itself because of all the negative energy that throw it out of balance or nears the end of its life.
For sure.
But I think the biggest thing for all of us as young entrepreneurs is that we have to become grounded first.
Right.
That's why we have so much turbulence, you know, coming in, whether being young, like a lot of the greatest minds in history, they all started from pretty rough beginnings. Like not a lot of them started off, it was given to me. I was like, here, just you run the entire world. It's like,
That's only
that's
Donald,
the human
that's only
spirit.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Exactly. That's you know, you see, there's a few exceptions, man.
that's
That's
only-
him. You know what I'm saying?
I met him before he was
But not-
president.
But my biggest thing is just like as you go through those phases in your life, they help shape your outlook on the world that's around you, and you become exposed to all these different cultures. Like for me, I'm not a father, but I grew up in a home with a lot of different types of children. You know, and children that come from disabled backgrounds taken from their homes. You know, my entire life, I've had to essentially have somebody come into my home and you're my brother and my sister, and I just met you today, and I have to step outside myself and help you. But the thing is, like, within this community, we have to be able to reach out to people that aren't really our flesh and blood. They're not people that we would perceive as, oh, that's one of us or that's us. But if we build this sense of community and we be able to create a positive environment in order to foster that kind of emotion, we can breed some of the greatest entrepreneurs and minds in this, city, because there's a lot of culture and there's a lot of depth that comes with it. I feel like the hub, that's what it's designed for with Getty, where he's funneling all this raw talent in an area where, honestly, you go walk down on the other side of that bridge, you know what I mean? You're liable, you know what I'm saying? If you're coming from this side of the bridge.
Right.
And to be able to create something that's going to help defeat that polarizing energy is very important, being able to shape the minds of the community.
Right.
So then we don't have to worry about gentrification.
Man.
If we're so focused on creating our inborn geniuses, they'll be able to own the property that's there.
Amen.
Because they have the resources and the capability and the people around there that support them, instead of the people that are coming in and trying to move in because they got pushed out of the areas they came from.
Right.
And that's usually what ends up happening. So in order for us to be able to create that, it starts with generational wealth. And generational wealth is built in a fostering and nurturing environment, and an environment that's created by community. And people feel like that they belong to something, that they're part of something that is worthwhile. You know what I mean? That's what happened when they decentralized all these, church groups and all these other, prominent places in which people are able to come together and develop their own opinions and their own culture.
Man.
They've destroyed that through, social media and, mass media and Instagram and that. But in reality, it's also enhanced us, because now we have to create a platform within these new platforms.
Right.
And it can't be just this time. It has to be taught at an early age that there will come a time in which you must be able to go farther than what we did.
Right.
And carry that torch on to the next generation. We're living for the future.
To add on that, you said, like, it's a time. And here's why I believe, and I did it, like, with my kids, man, right? And it's true. Check this out for reals, right? It's kind of like just in studying, you'd say, okay, wages and profits. Wages, you can make a living. But profit, you can make a fortune. Now, and here's why you say that, right? Because you got to start young, right? But here's how. Don't they already set it up to where your kid can't even start working until they're 15 and a half?
Right.
But anybody, a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old can make profits.
Yes.
I'll sell you this phone that my mama got me. I got an old one. I got a new one. I'll, like Jim Rome said, or is it? Yeah, Jim Rome. One bike, one to ride, and one to rent.
That's it.
As a kid. But a lot of people don't think like that.
They don't.
They don't think to tell your kid right now. Like, and a lot of people get upset and they'll say, well, you're taking advantage of them, or you taking advantage of me as another kid taking advantage. No, it's the same thing. It's just that this kid is a little smarter. And then you have other parents that'll say, like, well, I wouldn't pay him to ride that bike or whatever, but then your kid gonna stand on the side of the street and not be right while other kids is having fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't have to necessarily pay me with cash. You my little homie, whatever. Now I might want to use those shoes. I might want to use that hat.
Barter,
Exactly, man.
Right.
So it like you said, you got to start early. It goes back to that, and we have to start. We got to start changing the narrative of that's my boy too, Michael Martins. What's up, baby boy?
Michael
very,
Martins.
very smart dude.
Generational
I had that dude on here, man. That dude, bro, he'll blow your head. If you ever need somebody that's gonna do some talking, like he had the park shit, 10-minute park shit. Brought it to where every park in Oceanside, in California, basically, you have to be able to walk to the park within 10 minutes.
Okay.
And that's the way it is. That's real law. That's a real law. I didn't even know that until he came on. That's a real law. And then you have other people who pay these door fee that when they build these communities, and you ever see a community that doesn't have a park in it, well, that each house gets up to like $3,000 to say, I don't want to have that park here, right? But it's the what do you call the contractor that do these things, right?
Okay.
Right. And so there's a lot of stuff. So man, like that guy, he's very smart, man. He said, nevertheless, be prepared. Prepare your estate planning documents carefully. Standards of evidence are almost non-existent in probate court. You know, and generational wealth is key. You know what I mean? And like that's why I say we have a lot of people that tunes in to activate that are already activated.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And that's why I need like people like you guys to come in and we can continue to keep the motive going on, because eventually, man, there is really enough for everybody. It's just
Definitely.
a lot of people don't want to see anybody else succeed, but there's enough.
Yeah.
There's enough. I'm in my own lane. I don't try to get in nobody else's lane. And if we are in the same lane, your people are your people.
Yeah.
And if my people would go to you, I'm not gonna be upset.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like C2 said, you know, like he's seen people. He's not even a father. Cause see, I touched about that. Like my son's birthday, June 18th, is about to be Father's Day in a sense, right? So I would say Happy Father's Day to him. Why? Because he's still taking care of brothers, sisters, cousins. He might even take care of his parents sometimes, but he still has that role of a father. Like Happy Father's Day, bro. Like because then Getty same way, anybody same way. When they take care of the community, like myself, yourself, you know what I mean? We are fathering the community, so we got to protect our investments. Just like this dude said, a lot of that stuff don't show up in probate. But what he talking about with probate property is aired property. So like when our kids see stuff, just because you got the Lambo and all this stuff outside, all that, what did you really do for your property to invest? Did you finalize it? You know what I'm trying to say? Did you everything you like? You gotta protect the things, your investments. And
but it's a game, man. It's a game, and we gotta understand that this world is ran by a game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man.
So if you understand that the game is playing, and you got kids, then you understand the game. You just teach them the game. You can't make them act different from other kids because now they the outsider, and they don't feel like why I can't play with them because I taught you too much. So you gotta understand the game. It's not gonna change. Right. The game don't change. You just put yourself in as a different player.
For sure.
So instead of you being a linebacker, you want to be the quarterback. Well, learn that position.
Amen.
And then put yourself in position. It's play the same game. It's the same game.
Always remember too. You might not be able to throw.
Exactly. But
so
I would advise
learn the position. But if it's not your position,
get out of there.
Change.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
But not every quarterback can run the front office either.
Yeah,
sure.
And that's the biggest thing is that what people fail to realize. They always want to be the player, but they don't want to run. They
just got to learn to
sit back and
play
run
the pieces.
Office, man. I tell you, man, it's something that I did. I met when I very first met Benzino, Ray Dog. It was crazy, man. I had took my stuff, music in it, and he you know, it's cool. And he called me Iron Lung. That's what he called me. Have you ever seen Iron Lung?
I know Iron Lung.
Man, I used to poof mud.
Down,
Everything back then, man. It was crazy. So he called me Iron Lung, and he said, Iron Lung. I said, what? He said, what are you? I was like, what? He said, who did the beats? I did the beat. He said, who rapping? I said, I'm rapping. You know, who mix? I mix. He said, who's that other dude? That's your homie? Yeah, that's my boy. What are you? You know what I mean? And I was mad for a minute. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I said it in my head.
Yeah.
And he was like, you got to become what you become. You've got to master your craft. You know what I mean? It's almost like master your fastball. Yeah. You know what I mean? And at first I was kind of like, man, this dude tripping. But as I got around and started growing and learning from him, you know, I understand what he was saying, man. It was like you've got to find one thing and hone in on that. And once you get that accomplished and you're really well on that, then you move on to something else. Don't just get all these sporadic things in order and you don't finish them. You got to be a finisher, man. Definitely. And that's what it is, like activating. Like you said, all the way through, you activate it and you finish, man. So I understood now that I'm not a rapper. Yeah. You know what I mean? I still make beats at the house, right?
Of course.
But I feel like you just said too about your kids and their life, like. This is more to me what we're doing right now than all the music and all the stuff that I used to do. Because I look at it nowadays like this. Like, I'm getting older, bro. I'll be 50 in August.
Okay.
And
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You know what I mean? I'll be 50 in August. But I look at it like this. Like we have to leave this legacy. Like, we have to leave our kids. And we have to let all of our kids know, like, it's their choice to do right or wrong. Right. But it's a damn shame if you know right and you do wrong. But it's just plain ignorance if you don't know. Now, whose fault is that as a parent? That's our fault. Yes. If we don't, I give you the choice, you know, to do what's right. I give you the tools. So should I say, I'll build the boat, right? And then when the time has come, I let the boat sail.
There you go.
You know, and if the boat got a hole in it, we can bring it back and repair it.
Definitely. Daddy always do that.
For sure.
Daddy always do that.
That's our job, man, as far as with our kids, man, and the community, man. We've got to, like you said, generational wealth. And these words that people are using, we say, I won't obey her order, have a right to pray and sing in Hawaiian. I can dig it. I seen that. Yeah, I know what he was talking about. He said that the judge, he said, can you believe that a judge, Julia, Khalidly won't allow me to speak in Hawaii with my mother. You know, I mean, there's so much crazy stuff that goes on in this world, man. You know, and his mom's been, she had fell down and stuff. She's in like a home. She's older, and they take care of her. You know what I mean? But it's our legal system is white supremacist. You know, and a lot of that. I mean, a lot of that is true.
No,
you know,
it's
basically raised on that. But like you said, it's a game, but this is a very serious game called life.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta learn how to pick your battles.
As soon as you get it, as soon as you
it's all about strategy as well,
sure.
because you got to be able to set everybody else for success as well.
Amen.
And because a lot of people, they tend to like put themselves out there, and what ends up happening is that because they put themselves out there, it opened up a new way in which they close people off, and from that, you prevented a lot of other people from being able to take opportunity of that hole in order to create success, essentially. And a lot of people can get very antagonistic, especially when you see people that are succeeding. You know, coming from an environment where we don't see success.
And that's white,
coming
green,
from an
black,
environment
whatever race
everywhere.
you are. You know, and it's not all white people are haters or supremacists. You know what I mean? I know some black people that are more racist than a mo. You be like, damn.
Towards our own people.
You feel me?
It's the money, man.
Towards our own
it's the money. It comes down to the money, and because with the money, it's not so much the money itself, but it's people assume that the money gives you something more than what it really is.
Well, that's a person that's not really tied down, because listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? It's the true story. It's true. You can take some money, man, and put it on the counter. That money gonna be there. That money gonna stay there. You can take some money, wrap it up, put it in the attic for 10, 15 years. If you put $1,500 in there, when you open, it's gonna be $1,500. It's what you do with it when you get it in your hands, man, is what makes a difference. And you're right. There's a lot of people who, when they get it, they're just not really grounded. And they one other thing I've learned along the way is they forget who they are. Or should I say they get mixed up with who they are and what they do. Once you get what you do and who you are mixed up, you're a lost person.
Definitely.
Because I could be a good cop, right? But I'm a good human. But or I could be a bad cop. Right? But that's not who I am. That's what I do.
That's your occupation.
That's what I do. Now, who you are, right? I'm a good person. I'm a person of character. You're a person of, and that's what we gotta we should touch on and stay with that.
You have to be able to delineate between the two, because a lot of people combine the roles.
Exactly. So like judges, a lot of judges do that. Like he's saying, a lot of judges do that because they figure out, they think that I'm not a judge. I am who? The law. You're not the law, bro. The law was written. You are upholding the law, or
you're an interpreter of the law.
And you could be not bending the law too instead of upholding it.
Because you're still a human being. That's all you is.
Right. So like the system, like how you said the system, I look at like a couple of my millionaire friends told me, systems work, people fail. Okay. So in that situation, like you want to go to work every day, McDonald's been there for years. So all those employees the employees you see today in 2021 didn't serve 99 billion people. There was somebody that took the fry guy's job and the next person's job because the system works from 9 to 5. They have a system. Their system works. Get you scared, get you to sign, get you to convicted, get you to sit there for so many years because they don't got to worry about you. You in a little box, you got your room, your drinks, all this other stuff. They don't. You can work with their system, but there's other people that their system don't work for them. And that's the same thing you got to look at when we building these businesses. I like going to other studios, but what about when I want my own studio? Okay, what do I want my own friends and community and the right people to embrace this? Not just, we all going down here to pay money to be in some studio where it could be rivals, like they would say, rival people here, this person, that. No, we want to know if there's one central person we can all go there, or human beings or like-minded individuals that will allow us to walk into these places and we don't have to look over our shoulder. We don't got to say security. I could just be in there all day like the hub because I know the person's connected. But some people aren't comfortable like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
But you gotta remember too. Like I want to go back with what we were saying when I said it was a game, and you said the game is it's a game of life. I don't see it that way. I think it's more of a game of it's a learning game. We ain't got no choice for life. Like you got a choice of what you want.
We do have a choice for life.
How you figure that?
Because you kill yourself. They're doing it every day. You're speaking literally. You have to speak like for real. What I'm saying, like it is a real game because here's why. And I'm gonna tell you why it's
and
life.
I'm gonna get my point too.
I know, but I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you why it's life,
yeah.
right? Because you make the wrong move in life, you could be broken, homeless, and then when you're broken, homeless, you become hopeless. And once you become hopeless, that's when you don't have the proper structure, background laid down, and you do bad things.
But that's why I say it's a learning game.
And it is, but
Because
some people
if
don't learn the same.
Well, when I say that, you're right.
I get what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah,
Or they
but
don't lose
hold on,
because
but
they want to
But what
learn.
I'm saying is, if you teach your kid to learn the right thing, if you did, but you don't know, nobody know, ain't no such thing as a right thing. It's just more of what you assume you want to put yourself at, and you want to see your kids to be there. Some people don't want that much.
Right.
Some
For sure.
people want a whole lot.
That's real.
It don't make him right or wrong or nobody.
That's real.
So once you learn on what you figure that you want to conduct your family as the king
sure.
of your family, to me, and my girl, she runs everything. Don't get me wrong. She has an opinion. She does what. But my state of mind is, when I say life is not a choice, I mean once you're born, you won't kill yourself unless you learn how to do it. That was your choice to learn. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that's
You have
true.
no
That
choice
is
with
true.
life. Life, you're here until
That's
you
true.
learn how to
And
do
nobody
something.
gets out of life alive. You know what I'm
Exactly. You
saying?
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
can dig it.
that's what I mean. It's more of just, it's a game of learning, and once you learn what you need to learn and you teach it to your kids. Like you said, they still kids, they're gonna do what they need to do, but it's crazy how we could be in the hood and you could teach your kids how to go to work or whatnot, and they, for the most part, they end up bad. When I say the hood, it's because of the kids of what they're learning around the kids that they're with. Yes, but you go somewhere nice, they still learn bad stuff, but they do it in a rich way.
For sure.
It's always bad and it's always good, but the world runs that way. So all the people that's rich and doing business that's real up there, and we think they powerful and famous. No, they didn't have their bad times in this world that
For
we don't
sure.
know about too. That
They
got
have
them
a
to
lot
where-
more than we
Of course,
have.
and they know how to hide it better.
That's right.
They
They
put
have
us
a
blasted
lot
on the
more.
news and all of that. They don't do that unless they really catch them because they know it's gonna crumble. But that's why I say it's a game of learning.
It's kind of like what you're kind of saying is this, right? Life does not give you what you want. Life gives you what you deserve.
Exactly.
And if you're out here, like you said, some people want this, some people want that, some people want that.
Yeah.
But what are you doing to accumulate this, and that, right? Some people don't do too much.
Yeah.
Some people sit on the couch all day long and complain.
And they happy about that.
And they happy.
Are they wrong?
Not at all. In their
Because
situation,
you want more in life.
for sure.
So you know you want to be here.
But now they are wrong when they come to you and they complain or they ask you to pay their bill. You're damn lying. You're wrong. You better get your ass up off the couch.
And not to get off topic, but there's somebody that made a very interesting point. He said, "Let's
Right,
talk about
right.
kids with no parents."
Oh,
I think
that's
my father
Dante.
passed, so I
Dante
know one.
Sabatino, what's up, Dante?
Half of
Man,
that.
good
what's
checking
going
in,
on?
baby. Right. Let's see. Come on, tap in with me. What about you? Ain't lying. Kids that got no parents,
True.
that's why they need us, Dante.
True.
That's why the hub
True.
is an important factor because it was the sense of community, and that's what we need to rebuild in Oceanside because there's been a lot of things that have been left unnoticed. You know what I mean, over the years because we didn't make that as a priority.
For
a lot
sure.
of time is like it's just human things. We focus on what we need to do within our own families, and things happen, little things happen, and we just focus on ourselves. But what ends up happening is the community around us starts to deteriorate.
And if Dante, if you want to talk about the kids, man, you want to put your word in, 442-295-6095. You'll come right in on air.
Reach out.
442-295-6095. That's anybody.
Yeah.
Hit the line and we can talk about it too. But you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah.
And that's what ends up happening to becoming a very big issue as far as gangs and juvenile delinquency, and then that eventually leads into incarceration. Is because we have a lot of these institutions and organizations that, okay, if we put this out there that we see these institutions as systemically racist or white supremacist in nature, then we also have to understand that these are going to be the children of all the homes of all the children that don't have fathers and mothers. And now they're at the mercy of that, which now means in these environments, this is the only place that they can really inhabit, essentially, in this earth, because they can't even function in an area with a high living cost.
Right.
They
right,
can't even
right.
move into the apartment complex on the other side of town, not because of your skin color, but because you can't afford it.
Right.
That's what it really be about.
We need to understand is like we all come from like I don't know, I can't say for everybody, but for the people that do come from backgrounds that do have families, is that it's almost like a burden and a responsibility on us to be able to create an environment for those that don't. Because what ends up happening, those are the people that we look at and go to the liquor store and we see that homeless man. Those are the people that we neglected and we failed in the society.
Man, for reals.
Those are the individuals we
A
don't worry
little
about.
bit. There you go. Yeah, for sure. The number is posted on there. I don't know if you don't see it, but it's 442-295-6095. It's posted on there already, buddy. So, but at the same time, You're absolutely right, man. Listen, and those people, some people will say this, right? Some people will say, well, those people are on drugs, those people are crazy, but we fail those people.
Right.
And it's true, because you can do what you can. I've done some stuff recently, helping out the homeless people, and I got a little feedback, a little flack back from somebody on a post that said like, "Oh, they're gonna stay there." You know what I mean? If you keep on helping them, I mean, what?
That's cool.
And it kills me because you don't want to help them, but yet you will go out and you will help. I'm being honest with you, man. You'll go out and you'll help a stray dog.
Right, or a person that doesn't even care about you.
Right.
No,
you know
the
what I mean?
dog.
Stray
part.
dog. You would choose an animal before another human being.
Okay, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You would put an
That's
animal
true.
before a
You'll see
human
a dog
being.
on the side of the road and
That's-
say, "Oh," and see a bum on the side of the road that's a little kid and be like,
And that's
"Roll your
what he
window
get.
up, roll your window
Right,
up."
That's what he get.
Or you get more outrage of the dog getting shot versus the man that
Right.
gets shot.
Yeah.
I wonder what drug he
Yeah.
was on. That's what they say.
This dog got shot. Yeah, that's
Right.
crazy.
You know what I mean? With these
Oh, that
people.
guy?
You know what I mean?
You're like,
That's
who
what
was that again?
That's what the hub for. That's what the hub for, man.
Did somebody
You
just
know,
call in? I think I seen somebody calling to hang up. You gotta
that's
let
the
it
cold
ring,
part,
player.
man.
You gotta let it ring.
Yeah, man. Like we only. I was trying to say that because he was talking about learning. I was like, we don't lose. We only win and learn, right? So like what he's saying too. And then when he's talking about people without parents, a lot of times I get people who come in. I might know you for a month, a day, or two or something. What up, Papa King? What up, Uncle King? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What up, Big Bro King? What up? You know what I mean? Cause nephew.
they look for something
Right,
to attach to.
right,
That's
right,
what they do.
you
'Cause
know?
they lonely. They ain't
Right.
got nobody. So as soon as they make a friend, they hope he really is their friend.
Right.
Most of us, they end up turning their back on them, and so they stay in that state of mind of don't
Yeah.
nobody care, don't nobody love me, don't nobody.
Yeah.
And that's it, man.
And they just need
It
to
be
get
hurting to
you
see
just
people
gotta
coming through that. And you're like, nah, I'm really actually.
Yeah.
You've been
I'm
through a
telling you,
lot, man.
Or
Like,
you'll say people say, well, why is he doing that?
yeah.
What do you want?
That part.
All the time. Like,
I don't really
Ethan,
want nothing
why?
from you.
Why are you being so cool to me?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm actually being regular.
Right.
That
This
comes
is me,
with the-
yo.
that
That's
comes-
what I do.
But it
you
comes
know?
with the what you said with the whole God thing. We all got something blessed amongst us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of us is capable of being the talkers. Some of us as listeners, as human beings. You know, and some of us actually take the initiative to care about other people more than they care about themselves.
Hello.
And
Hello.
those-
Are you on the air?
Yeah, Mark, this is Mike Odegaard. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. Thank you for keeping this show going on. It's really, really, really important.
Definitely.
Keep talking about the issues, and because until people know what the problems are, they don't know what their purpose is, right?
Amen.
Right.
And by communalizing these issues, then it brings an awareness, and then it focuses energy, and we can make progress. So, what you're doing is terribly important.
I appreciate you.
Say thank you. Yeah, man.
Man, thank you, Brody. We appreciate you,
Yeah.
man. And listen, don't get me wrong. That link you sent me, I was reading it, man. I've been reading it. I sometimes I'm just so busy, I don't just get right back. You know what I mean? But I was reading on that stuff you sent me, bro. And it's.
Let me just say really quickly, since you brought it up.
Do you got speakerphone? Because it kind of sounds a little different. If you can turn your speakerphone on, maybe we can hear you a little better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear me
perfect.
better now?
Yes.
That 10-minute walk was a standard that was established by the city. That the the people running things, sometimes it's not done professionally, but they're trying to change that 10-minute walk standard to a 15-minute walk standard, which adds an additional quarter mile, which really hurts the very young and the very old. But it's something that we need to pull together as a community. All of us here in Oceanside should want to be able to guarantee a minimum standard of living for all of our residents.
Definitely.
And this is one of the ones that the city has not delivered on. And that's really the fault of our council. I think it's also the fault of our city attorney, who allows all kinds of corruption to happen in the city. We've been trying to increase the transparency of transactions that happens, because we know about the cheating that goes on, the conflicts of interest that are involved with people in the planning commission and the city council. So, but the other thing I wanted to talk about is how important generational wealth is, because you want so much to be able to give people enough space to think creatively. You know, so many people are just working day and night just to survive here.
Right.
Yeah. And we want to do as much as we can to bless our neighbors, to ensure their success. We want to be able to support them. So if someone's in the fashion, the apparel industry, we need to get behind them. It doesn't matter where they're from. We need to get behind them.
Amen.
You know, because
That's right.
this is our community, and when people in this town start pulling together for each other, we will see things happen here. But we have people that divide us against us, and we just have to resist all of those efforts to do it. At the same time, recognize that it's very wise to plan this, and that's a huge amount of momentum against us. And so we need to support everybody that promotes more opportunities to share power in the city. We have to do that. One of the ways we can do that, by the way, they went into this district thing, but some cities, like the city of Mission Viejo, have a different system of voting. Everybody gets 5 votes. Okay. That means that you can either put all 5 of your votes behind an underrepresented leader, or you can give them out equally throughout the whole city.
Right.
But right now, they're just giving us all just 1 vote. I like the idea of what Mission Viejo does, and it guarantees more diversity on their city council.
Right.
Yeah.
There are different ways of doing this. It's not just, there are other options out there. And like I said, I think Mission Viejo kind of went off the broken path a little bit. They're doing something a little bit differently, but by giving every resident 5 votes, that actually, and you can vote for anybody all over this. There's no district or anything like that, right? So it's not creating hoods. You know what I'm saying? People are taking responsibilities for each other, but again, we have a system now with these districts that are basically dividing sections of town against each other.
Right, yeah. Especially looking at the map, you see D1, D2. I mean, it's like, and you can only vote in that district. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
A lot of gerrymandering.
But look, Mike, we thank you for tapping in, man. We gonna call in, and next time, man, you call in. You already know. You keep the number, broski. And I know a lot of people been telling me that they call this number. When I ain't on this show, I don't have this phone on. Call me on my other phone. All right, buddy. Thank you, man. Hey, man. And listen, man, tell your mom I said hi, man. I love you guys, man.
Thank you.
One love.
Thanks, man.
That's a cool dude, man.
Keep pushing the issue, Mike. Keep pushing the issue, man. That's how they gonna hear us.
Yep.
That's
and
all.
so, man. But listen, man. It was a real good show, man. I like you guys' energy, man.
Myself.
I like what you guys got bringing to the table. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help that. You know what I mean? Move forward. Like kids. I understand you kids that may be interested in music. I got some kids up at the school that's interested in doing music, and here's how I might be able to work that out. I know that they do not have a lot of funds, but I could give them a scholarship.
That's it.
You see, I don't mind putting my cash.
What you doing in school?
Man, I own that.
I know you do a lot.
Right?
You do a lot. He said I can get him scholarships. That's what you just said to me.
So check this out. A lot of people, and I'll say this right now, and I keep it humble. Before I do that, though, Dante, he said he was raised by a corner liquor store in Oceanside all his life, but he knew in his mind he never wanted to be like the people that hung out there. There was just something inside of me that he knew it wasn't his life. Amen, man.
I read that.
You know, and that's awesome. You got to do that, man.
Right.
You know, but back to what I was saying is like, a lot of people had no idea, really. I said this on one of my shows before, man. I've been owning that after school program since 2010. I own it. I didn't work there. I just told people I worked there. Yeah, I've been owning it. I'm the owner, bro. I had two more on Camp Hiddleton too. I shut them down. Like I've been owning them, man. You know what I mean?
You might have got one of my
You feel me? So it's like, I'm very humble with it, you know what I mean?
Definitely, because I ain't know none of that.
I
know you
man.
did work with him.
Everybody think he's still working at school. I laugh. I am. But I'm still working. And like I said before, listen, man, wages. You can get paid for wages, right? But profits, you make a fortune.
Right.
Profits, you make a fortune, bro. So that's that. So what I mean by scholarships is this, like things have moved past and beyond myself. Right, so say you charging $25 an hour, right? Then if you say, well, Mark, You bring a kid and then you book 4 hours, and I give it to you for 10 or 15. I pay it.
Yeah.
If they're worth it.
Yeah.
Right? Because like what a lot of people don't understand, it's even about jobs, man, about working. People think that you get paid $10, $20, $30 an hour. You do not.
No.
It's the value of what you put in for that hour.
Exactly.
Because if that's the case, you can stay at home and I'll send your paycheck.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
They get mad, but you got two people in the same job, but this dude, same position, this dude's getting 10, this dude's getting 20.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
because of what you do.
That's
Right?
it.
So if you have a shot like Stephanie that's worth it, you know, those are the type of things that you can just, you know, you tithe. You got to tithe 70-30, 10% tithing, 10%, you know, for what you need to do, and 10% to put away, right? You spend 70. So that 10% of what it is my tithing. And that's what makes things open up for you in the long run.
Exactly.
You know, you don't, like I said before, don't worry about how it's going to get done. As long as you are able to live and live comfortably, you're not putting yourself out, things will always come back to you, man.
Definitely.
It's like this boomerang, and then you're like, damn, well, how did this happen? Like, what just happened? That's just the way of the world, man.
It's a scary feeling, though.
It
I ain't
is.
gonna lie. For those who getting into business and you used to working, you know, I still
Man.
do my 9 to 5 right now,
Right, for
Because
sure.
I needed to go a certain
have
way.
to.
My comfortability there, but you know, the goal is to stop as soon as possible.
And
but
that's it.
It's a scary feeling though, because
Right.
you don't know. I never did business before. I don't know how this gonna work,
Right,
but
right.
I know in my mind, my heart is gonna work.
And a
It
lot of
just-
times,
yeah.
you know what makes it scary, man? It's out of our reality. It's out of our
course.
realm. So
Yeah.
most of the time, a person cannot go beyond their realm
Yeah.
until they discover what it is.
That is
and the only way
reachable.
you discover exactly, and the only way you discover it is like moments like this. Like somebody says something, you say, "Well, damn, I can do that too." And then you got to face your fears and push past it and understand this one thing. It's hard, but I can guarantee you, I've been there. It's harder to live with the fact that I didn't do anything.
Yes, that's where I'm at.
Man.
And it's
That's
harder
where
to
I'm
live
at.
with that fact, bro.
Yes, I gotta try before I die.
That's it.
I gotta
And-
try everything.
And,
Yeah.
and guess what? If it didn't work out
At
in
least I tried.
2021,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Do
try
it
it again
again.
in
Yeah,
2022.
2022.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stop, bro.
No.
It doesn't. And that's what. And this is what I trip on a lot of people. I know you heard the saying, everybody in here, right? It don't stop till what? Till the casket drop.
Yeah,
But
right.
there's a lot of people who don't believe in that. Really, they say
Right?
it.
Yes.
Right.
Well, oh man, that shit didn't work for me, man.
I'm done.
I was just,
I
well,
finished.
man, what you did right now didn't work. Did you go back and look at the blueprint and see what you?
Did
Like you
wrong,
said earlier,
so you can fix it. Yeah.
that those mistakes, man. Like I think it was you who said, "There's nothing that's bad. It's all."
Yeah, you don't
win
lose, you win and learn.
You win and you learn.
Right, and then acronym for job, like we talking about, just over broke. See, we want a career, something like I was saying, like the art, the thing, like something you might like. You might be naturally talented, like Steph.
Yeah.
She can sing, like she should sing.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna say she shouldn't do the other just over brokes,
Right.
bad girl, this, that, but you should sing. That's your career, because when you go, well, you might make 10 bands.
There you go.
You know, they
There
just
you
loop
go.
it over 15 seconds,
you
keep
go.
looping it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can dig it, man.
Like, you
And,
know?
So we were all put here, man. Just to leave that. We gonna get up out of here. But
This was
we
dope.
all came here with what he gave us. We all came here, man. Every human being on this earth came here with everything that we need inside of us.
That's right.
Right? But we have to activate, and that's why activate is so important to me, man. Like, it ain't about the word, the way it's spelled. I don't care about that. It's about the meaning, because everybody can associate or can say, well, I did something where I didn't activate, and I look back and I have regret. You know what I mean? And I learned from it. It's because I just didn't do it. You know, I just didn't freaking do it. And like you said, it's true. Some of the stuff you don't have to do. What you're doing, I don't have to do, because that's not my dream. That's not my life.
exactly.
What I'm doing, you don't have to do. Well, you're doing same thing. So why you get upset about that?
Right.
Because you're trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes, but they're not your shoes. They're not your
Exactly.
space.
Right.
And you can't have anything but something upset, because it wasn't your job to do. It wasn't your dream to fulfill. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, find out what it is that we want to do in life, and spend the rest of your life trying to accomplish it.
Yes, it.
Because you can only get better, right? And one more thing, I'll leave us with that. Another Les Brown that I have. No, this is actually Jim Rome. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
I like that.
If you work harder on yourself,
See?
everything else is a wrap, because you will not allow yourself to fail. And when you do fail, you already know it's a part of life.
Yeah, I dig it.
And you will not allow yourself to cheat yourself because you can't cheat yourself when you know better. It's almost impossible. When you do cheat yourself and you know better, it's kind of like
oxymoron type.
Yeah, you're just doing that on purpose. You're mad.
Yes.
You're being silly right now. You're being silly. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I don't give a damn. Okay, good. But guess what? When you're ready to get back on, it's right there waiting for you.
Right there waiting for you.
It's right there waiting for you. So I can say this, man, never freaking give up. Like my boy OG Suicide. You know what I mean? Never give up, man. You know, and it's almost a shame to where that's why I love what I'm doing now, man, and what you guys are doing too, because I sit in some places where I sit with some of my homies that are doing very well now, and we laugh because we was all broke, thinking that we were running to be the first one to have the dope. We were running to be the first one to have all the clothes, and we did have all of that, but we were broke in here, and that's what I mean. And at the same time, when I look at it, I wasn't even selling dope right because I was broke. You had to spend, like we talked about earlier, whether you spend, if you're spending 50 grand on your supply, you spending 50, you're making 10, and they whittle. So wasn't even doing that right. You know what I mean? So once I figured out that it's not what I get, it's what I became.
Right.
You'll always be able to make some cash. You'll always be able to support your family, bro.
That's a fact.
Once you understand who are you, what not what are you? Who are you?
And you look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that and answer it.
Who are you? And like my mom would tell you, it's you got to be the image of who's your father. My father is Jesus, man. My father's not my dad. You know, I didn't come from my mama. I didn't come from my mama. Here's what I'm gonna give you a little piece of that. None of us came from our mama. You know where we came from? We came through our mama.
Right through.
You never came from her, bro. You came through her. We come from God. That's a seed that's created. We come from Him.
Reproducing.
Right. So a lot of us get it twisted. We think I'm from Oceanside. No, I come through Oceanside. You know, I'm through Texas. I'm from Oceanside by the way of Texas.
By the way, by the way of New York.
You feel me? So we have to understand who we are. And once you understand who you are, man, it's hard for you to actually, like you said, look in the mirror and do it differently, do it bad. It's hard because you're like, that's just not me. Now, back in the day, I remember I carry guns, drop guns, walking out of the store, coming like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? For what? For what?
In your state
now
of
you
mind,
really gotta watch out because they got surveillance cameras.
Right.
And they 4K.
And they
you gotta watch out. Okay.
And look, they do come back and get you.
Wear your mask.
After the fact.
They really do.
Wasn't this you? Let's just wear the gun at you.
Right.
I don't even have no gun. Well, we take your ass anyway until we figure this out.
And it's gonna be a Fed case.
But have your COVID mask
It's going to be a federal case.
That's the only thing gonna save you from the COVID.
Right. You sure that was me, man?
That's why I'm mad. I made the mask with my name on. I'm like, that's not me. Oh man,
until they use facial recognition in court.
Right. Come on with it. You may fail, but you will not fail alone. You ain't lying. Give it all to God. Yep. Amen. Mom said amen. And all right, come on with it. Preach. You know what I'm talking about? Like really, man. Like these little jewels that we drop, people hear them. Like I said, and I give the kudos to where I get them from because a lot of people ain't gonna go study Les Brown. A lot of people are not gonna go study Jim Rome. They think it's bullshit because I thought it was bullshit until I started listening to it. So I met Eric Thomas in real life. A hip hop preacher. Got his number. He got my number. He was supposed to call me when you came to San Diego by your house. But you came bought his house anyway and never called me. But he's still my dude. You feel me? But when I started doing that, that's when I really started discovering. I ain't gonna say learn. Discovering that there is something different out there. There is something better for you to do with your life. There's always something better, man. And if we continue to want to sit there and like you said, be mediocre. You want to sit there and be in your life. That's cool. It's totally okay. But you shouldn't talk crap about Getty because he's getting it.
Yeah,
yeah, man, you shouldn't.
I say you should. I say you should because I'm looking for you.
Keep talking because that's a promotion.
I'm trying to get 10 of them. I want 10 of them. Keep on talking. They promote. They gave man.
Add to the list.
Do you see that nigga Getty, man? Yeah, he over there doing
just keep my name.
That's right. I can dig it.
Eventually they'll catch on.
That's right. That's right.
Eventually they'll catch on.
I can say this before we tap out too, man. I'm just happy to see a person like your stature because I've already realized that a long time ago. Like when I was selling dope, I had people that was with me on my team, but when I became Mark instead of Measy, when I became back to Mark Henry, not Big Measy, I have more people that's with me, not following me. They with me now.
Respect level.
And exactly. And now they like, man, if he can do that, I can do it.
Because they know you.
Right.
And they know that I'm real about it.
Not the dude dropping the.
No.
Not the dude carrying the.
No.
He doing what? If he could do it, yeah.
And it haunts me to this day when I see people that I ain't seen for a while. You know, the first thing they tell me, I know you got the dope. I know you got the weed. Nigga, I don't.
Because that's all they knew you
That's all
got.
I knew.
Yeah.
I don't sell that. I don't. You know what I mean? And it's crazy for them to understand, like, you were selling dope for 25 years.
Yeah, on the dig.
Like, you ain't. What? And another thing with that comes great things too, because you could be 30 years old, man, and discover it, and then the next 3 years you could be rich.
Yeah, that fast. That fast.
All you gotta do is discover who you are.
That's it.
Yeah,
Discover it, man, and spend the rest of your life, man, trying to accomplish it.
Be the best at what you see.
And that's it, man.
That's it.
And
Be
if
the
it
best.
don't work out for
Right.
you, guess what? Pivot.
Don't
Yeah.
get
Like
don't
COVID.
get discouraged.
Pivot.
Yeah.
Pivot.
Don't get discouraged, like, because,
No.
man, like, I read something, I think it was on Instagram, it was like, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success.
Yes, sir.
And that was on the 10-year anniversary
I
of
think
my
it's
label,
like
and I'm looking
10,000
like,
hours.
They used to say that. That's
Yeah.
how we live in.
We
a
doing
world
it way
that's-
faster, right? We do it every 10 minutes.
This generation now, you can
Right.
make an app, and that thing
But-
will make
like
you
this.
this
But
man.
what they're
like
trying to
this.
say though is what
But I
what
get it.
that saying is exactly is that it is. See, because if you do that quick like that, it's what you get, right? And you might not be able to make another app like that. But if you take those 10,000 hours, you're learning a lot in between
yeah.
that. So when it doesn't work out for you, you became something different. You know how to manage this. You know how to get by. You just like, okay, I'm looking at it differently. It didn't work today,
You will do it again.
but I do it again.
Yeah, you will do it again.
It's like,
Yeah,
you will,
'cause you
man.
learned it.
You will. So, hey, man, listen. Not in high school because I was. Hello, I'm not. What do you say, Mark? Mark, when did you sell dope, man? Man, see, you know what I'm saying? You not in high school because I was. He said you was in high school. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't in high school. I'll tell you the truth. My mama know. I had my first drink, bro. I had a Budweiser beer. Me and my brother D Mac at a senior party down in the Deep Valley on Stephanie. It was a cul-de-sac down there. And it was a party at the end. And that's when I had my first drink. I know it was a Budweiser. And I know my mama know because I caught a ride with somebody. I don't know. Try to get in the house. Me and my brother both. I remember jumping in the back of somebody's little station wagon. And I came home on the east side like, oh, what the hell? She's like, what the hell? You know, and then I think my first smoke of marijuana was probably in college. I'm not going to say his name, but he know who he is. I had a homie that actually played pro ball.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
he
uh,
Showed
played
me
football
where
also.
he was responsible for me selling weed, basically.
Man.
He showed me where before 76 was 76, it was dirt. It flooded
don't
out
go that
before,
fast.
right?
They don't go that
And
far
he
back.
showed me where a field
Yeah,
of weed.
great.
There was a field of weed. I'm talking about a field of weed, like
Yeah.
a field,
Oh, my
a field.
gosh.
And that was back in the early days.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about 87.
Oh, yeah.
And I cut that whole thing down. And I'm telling you, since 87, my mama kicked me out.
Wow.
She said, Mom said, you ain't having that in here.
Yeah.
You know, but fortunately, this white dude lived right next door. I took it all to his house. He was an
Been on
older
ever
dude,
since.
too.
I was in New
Been
York
on
in
every
87.
And it
I
been
was
on,
in New
I was
York.
on ever since then, man.
I'm like, man.
You know what I mean? So it was crazy. I was on, man, and you know what I mean? And so but I thank God, though, for him putting that in my life the way it went down, because when I did get on drugs really tough, I had already experienced the good part without that. Because there's a lot of people, like he said, what about the kids who don't grow up with parents,
Yeah.
right? So what about a kid that grew up in drugs? That's all
Yeah.
you know.
That's all you
It's
know
hard to
at
get out.
times.
So me, I knew success. I knew state champion in wrestling. I knew state champion in football. I knew state champion in powerlifting. You know what I mean? I knew success. My mama worked. She was a nurse. We wasn't. We had to go. We had to go. I went to the Baltimore Center and got peanut butter, cheese, bread. You know, the boxes. Yes, I did. I remember cutting thick ass slices like that, melting them
the
down.
food
Right?
pantry, the
Feel
food
me?
banks,
So we wasn't broke, bro.
Nah.
But we took it all. I
Had
grew up on the
to.
east side. You know what I mean? Then moved to the valley. Then moved. I mean, it was like, you know, back to the east side. So we was broke. You know what I mean? But we wasn't down and out broke.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mama broke. She broke her back. That's why I take care of her like we do to this day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't. You get to a point to where you can do what you can do when you can do it. When you can't, don't do it. You know what I mean? But those people that are put in your life that are pivotal like that, it's not like you owe it to them, but it's a blessing to blessing.
Definitely.
Period.
That's
Because
what it is.
if you truly believe in him and what you're doing, he gives you those blessings right back, man.
Right back.
And you never really see them until you see them. You're like, damn, how did this happen? What the hell? I tell you real quick before I came here, a crazy blessing. I was driving, and then my wife had a conversation about some other stuff up in Marietta, Temecula area about another house and this and that, and we've been blessed. She's blessed. And I was driving, and I swear to you, man, God knows, I was driving. I was going to Oceanside Boulevard before I went to my grandbaby's graduation. I had about 35, 40 minutes to kill, so I said, let me go wash the car real quick. I usually take it and have a dude come to the house and wash it. I had nothing to do, so I washed the car. But I'm not kidding you, man. I'm driving down Oceanside Boulevard, and I said, you know what, man? I'm blessed, man. Thank God for everything he did. I pulled into the car wash, man. I'm not kidding you. I pulled out a $5 bill, and I was going to put the $5 bill in the machine. I put the $5 bill in the machine, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at the machine. It says 75 cents, right? And the motherfucker came on and put 9 minutes on.
Damn.
9 minutes. And I was like, this mug was just 0, 0, 0, no time at all. And I was like, it's just God, man. He just give you signs, man. Like, thank you for thanking me. And it was a small blessing, right? I say $5, but it wasn't the blessing. It was the lesson in the blessing. I was like, this is crazy. It was crazy, man. I just pulled in there. Like, literally, like, 1 minute. I passed up Fusat, then that one right there by Napa. Pulled in, and I was thanking God, man. I got out the car, man. Went to put the money in, and it was like, it said 75 cents, blinking, 75. What the heck? Then I put the money in, and the $5 bill came back out, and the motherfucker just said 9 minutes. That's crazy. I was like, good looking. But those things happen, and that's what keeps me going, man. Yeah. To say, well, you can only keep doing good things for people, man, you know, and for yourself and for the community and society, man. So, but yeah, we've been on, man, dang near hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. So yeah, you want to give them shots out, man?
I do, man. I'm gonna give my little shots out.
There's water in there.
I know, that's why I grabbed it.
Okay. I know that.
It kind of went into me.
I can dig it. It gets a little warm, but I'm going to fix that. I got an air conditioner, man. I'm just going to put a little AC in here, man.
All the way good, man. For those that don't know, I probably didn't mention this to y'all, but the address to the hub is 701 Seagate Drive, Oceanside, California, 92054. If you're trying to reach out to me, my phone number is 760-585-8721. We're supposed to be opening by the 1st of July, but I got a couple things that's coming in a little slower. I got some people I'm working with. So, but I'm definitely, you can reach me at my Instagram is Young Getty 30, or we got the Hub 760. You can reach me there. You know, I'm trying to do this for the community. I would love for every and anybody to come out when we do open, come support. I'm trying to support everything y'all doing also. Come on now. Like I said, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's helping me out. Shout out to my boy Mark.
AKTIV8 Today.
Young Getty, that's his favorite word. Gotta love my CC. And I give a shout out to my boy C2100. Give a shout out to my boy King. Shout out to my boy Lil Demo, Only the Gang. My boy West Haven, Turtles Creations, Anaya's Photos, Fam Click in North Carolina. My boy Duke the Has. I can't wait till the team all put this all together, this gumbo pot. And go ahead and present it to the world, man. Y'all gonna love this.
Dante said I posted. How do we reach it? But check this out, Dante. Oh, this is a live show, but once I get done, my stuff is set up. It's just gonna record and go straight to the book. So if you need it, all you gotta do is remember it's toward the end, and you can go back and rewind and fast forward and get the information. It's all on tape.
Right.
And it's gonna go to the YouTube as well. If the YouTube is YouTube/Activate Today. Everything is Activate Today around here.
Love it.
So you can find all the information in there right here. And I do know I've talked to, like my girl B said, B, I think you're right. I need a freaking assistant because somebody should be working the boards. When I was in Hollywood, you do have the window right there, and there's somebody over there working all this. But we ain't to that point. We making it happen with what we happening with. But just go back. There you go. For sure. I see you. Go back and check it out on there. But let me say it one more time. What's the address?
The address 701 Seagate Drive. Those that know Oceanside is right across the street from Triple L Reptile.
I know exactly where that's at.
It got a little sign out there say hot yoga. Give it about 3 weeks, you're going to see a big sign to say the Hub 760.
That's on that side right there. Right next to the church.
Yes.
There's a church right there.
Yep, right there to the left. Yep, right across the street to the left.
That's my boy Paul Pow. I just talked to him today. That's his church over there. You ever need anything, go over there.
I'm definitely hollering.
For sure. And you can go in there in the morning. If you need a prayer, they open early in the morning and nobody, and just the people praying. You go in and pray and then go on out. It's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. So, Mission Viejo uses cumulative voting. Look it up. We're going to look it up.
Definitely.
Teron, my boy Teron. Good looking. I should have known. That's my co-host when I'm not in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Put your artists on there, man. That's right, Teron.
My dude.
Man, y'all AC, man. I'm telling you, that's what we need, man. Somebody always got your back. They always got your back, man. I love you, broskis. Both of y'all, man. Thank you guys for tapping in with us next week. What I got next week? Oh yeah, B and then we coming in next week for the Juneteenth thing, Teron.
Okay.
So I think I might need you in here that week, brother. Yep. It's the 7th. Actually, we're gonna do Saturday. Saturday. It's coming up Saturday, bro. So if you available, come on in, Teron. I'm gonna need you on that night, man. It's B and Satia and them, man, with the NAACP.
That's what's up.
So come on, man. So anyway, man, listen, we want to thank everybody for tapping in. I'll give a shout out to everybody, my wife, my brother, my mom, and especially my wife, man. We be going through a lot of stuff, but we always, we always work it out, man. And it's kind of another whole thing where it's like you have to learn stuff, you know what I mean? And I love the girl, man. I love her to death, man. She be socking me up and stuff with a lot of things.
Love taps.
I be just taking it.
That's all.
Right back at you. So listen, we appreciate everybody, man. And yeah, we always gonna keep Jesus first. Yeah, we appreciate all y'all, man. Call me. I'll text you, buddy. Don't even trip. I got you, man. I love it when he's in here, man. Yep. So listen. I'll be talking to y'all all week. We got to get up out of here. So we appreciate you guys for tapping in. And activate today. And look, he got the shirts popping off too, so I'm gonna have to get some activations made over there. I just ordered on the real. I'm tired of making shirts. I ain't making no more. Everybody keeps saying with my shirt, you got your shirt, but I ain't making no more shirts.
Send them my way. I got you.
Yeah, we gonna get them.
I'm paid for them. I'm paid for them. Just get it done.
Send them my way.
That way, because I can start. Because my idea is this: like I like to bless people with stuff like that. It's free publicity, man. I pay for them and just bless them out. Keep it going.
I forgot to mention one. I know he about to go, but I forgot to mention one thing to my boy Ralph Nemore, man. He
my dude.
He
super,
my tailor.
Super.
Yes. He my tailor down there, man. We doing this whole situation with the tailorings. We gonna have the whole show. It ain't all put together yet, but he definitely involved. He already done put his whole little link in.
He back out here?
Well, he's staying in Esco right now.
Oh, that's what's up,
but he
man.
coming, to dig it. Yeah, he's in
that's my dude right there, man.
And I forgot to mention that. That's bad.
My dude,
Simple
bro.
Simp. That's my dude. Yeah,
man, I'm telling you, that's one cool. He always been the same.
Always.
Every team always been the same.
Always.
Up or down,
yes.
He's always the same, and that's my 100, man.
My God,
100.
I ain't forget about you, love boy.
You feel me? So, man, and there they go. Everybody like, man. So I appreciate you guys once again, man, and just keep on messing with your boy, man. Yep. We need to show how the diversity city count. Well, yeah, we should get the mayor and the city manager on that one, broski. Yeah, that's what we need to get in on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's
put
go
some
ahead.
things together. Yeah, definitely. That's all. That's all I got to get done.
Listen, I gotta go before we ever get up out of this piece. We out.
Shouts out.
Out.